Now, Attorney Jerry Edwin, who is a lawyer for 19-year-old Damel Belfon, that's the man accused in the stabbing death of young Dominic Fields on Sandal Street in Grenville, Grenada. Now, they both appeared in court today in the first hearing at the Grenville Magistrate Court. Now, Edwin got a chance to speak to us right here and right along to give us some more information on that particular case.
The young man said, one of the assailants said to my client, "You're looking at us with your face screwed up, but you're not a bad man." I'm getting away from the vernacular. You know, you're looking at me, you're looking at us like you're a bad man, but you're no bad man. You're a pussy. And my client says, what's wrong with all you? And he just ignores them. A week ago, they confront him. And he says to them, "I'm told you, leave me alone now." And he keeps going. He just ignores them. On Saturday night, he's sitting outside the shop. He sees them coming toward him on Sandal Street in Grenville, right outside the area that we call Trenchtown. And they're brandishing sharp cutlasses. And he says to them, "Leave me alone. What do you guys want? I don't want any trouble." It was not sufficient because they attacked him from the left and the right. One of them swung his cutlass at him. My client managed to evade. The other one swung another cutlass, deadly intent, at him. My client steps to him, which is what you're supposed to do if someone has a long weapon. And because he's a fisherman, he's working on a yacht, and sometimes he assists his father at the fisheries in Grenville. So he has a knife on him. It is well known in the community that he assists his father at the fishery, at the fish market in Guam, and he also works on a boat. I say thank God he had that weapon, or else the roles of the mothers would have been reversed tonight.
Wow.
And so he defended himself. One of the assailants, I will go so far as to say that he has an unenviable reputation throughout the entire town of Grenville. He's well known. He's a serial bad behaved boy, also a teenager. Well known.
That was what the one that got stabbed, or the other one that accompanied him.
I will tell you that both of them have bad reputations in Grenville. I mean, good young men don't walk around with cutlasses threatening to take somebody's life. They don't do that. But one of them, the one who escaped, who ran away, he is well known in the precincts of the court and to almost every single policeman in Grenville for all the wrong reasons.
Now, this incident happened at a particular time, right, where we see a huge upsurge of video content releasing on social media showing young people with cutlass in park. We saw one video released just a few days ago where a young man was seen, two young men were seen beating up an elderly man with a cutlass. We've seen young people clashing with police. But Edwin don't seem to think that that is as a result of an increase in violent activities by young people.
When I was a young boy, there are a lot of people, me and my friends used to go and beat up. We just didn't have these things.
All right.
We just didn't see it. So I don't think Grenada doesn't have any, we often boast about our low rate of crime. And that is That is an uncontradicted fact. So I don't think we have, but we tend to sensationalize a lot of what we see every day. I mean, you see a car accident occurs, someone is injured, and before the first responders can get there, everyone is there with their cell phones. You know, so that's the new world we live in. I really don't believe that we have any more violence or any more violent youth than we have had in all our lifetime.
Now, during the course of the conversation, we got a chance to break down various charges and penalties as well.
Both offenses have to do with intent, what we call the mens rea, the mental capacity to want to cause the death of another person. In murder, the intent element is that the act is known to reasonably cause the death of another person. Your conduct. The same is true of manslaughter. Except with manslaughter, the death does not occur immediately. That's the difference with the way the manslaughter law is written here. Right?
Oh.
It doesn't happen right away. It happens the next day. It happens later at the hospital. It happens next week, next month. That's the difference. So yes, so the manslaughter, and we have degrees of murder in the state of New York according to the criminal code. Here we have just manslaughter, murder, non-capital murder. That was introduced in 2012, this distinction between capital murder and non-capital murder. In New York, for those who are listening from New York, we call it felony murder in New York. That is, you commit rape, you commit robbery, you commit some other indictable offense at the same time that the murder is committed. So, for example, there's degrees of that murder: first degree murder, second degree murder. Second degree murder, for example, is manslaughter. Right? Here, we just call it manslaughter, or if it is unaccompanied by rape, robbery, or another indictable offense, we call it non-capital murder. If it is accompanied by that kind of felonious conduct, rape, kidnapping, and so forth, then that is capital murder. Or if it involves a policeman, a judge, it is also capital murder.
The Right Along Live is where everyone have a story to tell. So for sure, we're going to keep you up to date on this particular case right here. Keep it locked for more details and updates.
Right Along Live, I mean, yeah, it's a real deal.